Started on Twitch. Okay, here we go. This is happening. It's really happening. Friday night drawing live stream. My name is Torrin Atkinson, and I'm here to tell you it's a good day to draw Cthulhu stuff. So what I'm doing here, this is a logo that this is a Cthulhu that I drew for CamCon, the Kamloops convention that I was recently a guest at. Thank you, James and Ryan and all the rest at CamCon for a wonderful time. Hope to see you again next year in September. And as when I negotiated the drawing, I said I would like to use this for my own purposes as well, and they said yes, that's no problem. So what I'm doing now is I'm just basically adding a logo for the darkest of the Hillside Thickets, which I will use for the new calendar that I'm putting together and hopefully will be able to sell on Zazzle. Zazzle.com, setting that up. It's been a bit of a nightmare. I'm not great with technology and administrative things, but yeah, let's we can still do this. We can have fun with drawing. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to flip that horizontal and just see if this logo still balances. Let's just for a moment, let's just do that. I think it's okay. I mean, obviously the S is there anything that bothers me about it? Let me get rid of these lines here. Just in terms of balance, like, do I want the of to be, oh shit. Do I want the of to come over a bit here? Maybe I do. So let's undo everything, flip it back, and let's consider that. Let's do a little orange, just a bit. I feel like the of could go here, and that way I could put maybe a little space between the and darkest. Ba-da-ba-da. Darkest. Maybe make this K a bit bigger. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. That's the music I use for. Let's put this D here. Let's start with this D here. Now it seems a little smushy. The darkest. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Of. Kind of want this S to look like it's crumbling in pieces. Is that gonna work? Of the Hillside Thickets. Oh, let's try it. Let's try it out. Hey, there's someone watching. Killswitch Ayo. Is it rude to say that you're reliable? Is that a bad thing? As I just explained before you arrived, I'm repurposing this Cthulhu logo drawing to become a Darkest of the Hillside Thickets design, which we will put on. So let's make this not blue anymore. We'll make a new blue layer, and we're gonna name it. I didn't make the other one not blue. Gray, that's what I want. Yes. No, I want no color. No color, that's what I want. Okay, great. So let me change something here. Let me get some red in here, because this is how it's going to interact with Super Spurg. Welcome. Seems like it's a very exciting Friday night on the old internet. So let me put this above. So this is gonna, oh my god, don't do that. So here's my, what is my, oh, I see what's happening. All right, so we'll change that. We'll get that on there. We're not gonna, the H will come down maybe like that. Like that, something like that. Hill, the darkest of the hill So I want the hill to, I want the, I do want the, because it's in its hand here. I don't know. Do I want the on the hills, on the hillside to touch each other? Maybe I do. Maybe I do. I don't like how I'm making the lines so straight. So maybe I will follow the... But I also want them to have weight. Here's the T. Let's get that H. Like they should feel like they're touching each other. They're physical, material things that are interacting with each other. Oh no, don't do that. Don't do that. Let me save my work before something bad happens. Great, great. And so we put the right in the palm, the power of the sun in the palm of my hand, to quote our good friend Dr. Octopus. Yeah, right? Something like that. And what are these things made of? Like, what are these letters made of? Are they made of parts of the city? I don't know, it could be like have some rebar sticking out of them. I don't know. These are thoughts that I'm having. Oh, yes, a nice Spider-Man. Some cracks in them. Ba-da-da-da. Pieces that are falling. Ba-da-ba-da. I feel like these should be connected. Ba-da-ba-da. What's doing? What's doing, everyone, on this Friday night for y'alls? Y'alls? Hillside thickets. This could kind of look like a building if I wanted to make it look like a building. H. Remember that do you remember that Sesame Street skit with Bert and Ernie? And the channel stuck on H. And it's a channel that just keeps saying H. Let's make this kind of the eye with the, I don't know, just kind of leaning into one another, supporting each other barely. Yeah, and then the skit, and he kept. Ernie came in and said, "What's the matter, Bert? I don't understand what's happening with this channel. It just keeps, it's just stuck on this. The TV is stuck on this channel. It just keeps saying H over and over again. H. And Ernie starts digging into the TV. Well, here's your problem, Bert. There's a hamburger. There's a hamburger in here. Hamburger starts with H. And then he pulls out a bunch of things that begin with H. And eventually, what is it? He pulls out something that I feel like there's a hamster. There's a hamster. And it's like a live hamster that he pulls out of the TV, which is amazing. Hillside thickets. Hillside thickets. Let's see how's it. Is this working? And eventually pulls out a bunch of stuff that's enough to make the TV stop going H. But and then there's a twist at the end. I don't want to spoil it for you. Look it up on YouTube. You will not regret it. It's one of my favorite things on Sesame Street ever. Ever. I feel like the D should have more volume at the bottom. Is that wrong? I think it's right. I think it's correct. Maybe the tea should have, maybe everything should have more volume at the bottom to really sell the weight of it. Dun, dun. All right. Thickets. What is this? Mazinga? What are we listening to? Theme Z from Mazinger Z. Mazinger Z. That's what we're listening to right now. Okay, so these are all going to be behind his hand here. I went out to get some food. This is my story for the night. Oh my god, I got pooped on by a bird yesterday. Right on, squarely on the noggin, on the top of my head. I was with two of my coworkers getting bubble tea. You know, I love my bubble tea. And yeah. I feel like this C needs to go higher because I need to get more of the bottom in his hand so you can recognize it as a C. Is that going to work even? Yeah, it wasn't like a bit on my ear or a bit on my shoulder. It was like squarely on the head. I got it full on target. Where's my C? I'm missing my C. My I mean. Let's put another. Is that read as an I? Or does that read as a weird T? I think it reads it as an I. What if I put it in front of the C? Yes. Yes. Volume. Okay, great. And I'm gonna get my K in here. Let's get this O. Again, we put most of the volume on the bottom of the O. And then we can get this K going on in here. This K is quite... Let's get this K. And the T is falling, and the S is falling. So we don't want the T connected to anything. We're not going to connect it. We are not. Let's give it some bit of interesting lines here, though. Okay, so if we don't want what I'm going to do with this E. The E is going to be super small if I don't want the T connected to it. Let's just move that. Let's just move that T. Move that T right down. It's completely falling. I can make it a little bit smaller if I need to. If it's going to unbalance the entire. I presume the bubble tea helped out. You know, I felt lucky that I also had an egg waffle. I just felt I would rather be pooped on the head than have my food pooped on, because I can wash my head and go on with the rest of my day. But if the bird poops into my bubble tea or my egg waffle, I'm not eating that. It's ruined. I'm upset. I'm angry. I'm shaking my fist at the birds. It was a crow, by the way. But what was I going to say? So tonight, I went out to get some food. There's this new place. I think I was talking about it on my Facebook. There's a new place called the Hanoi Corner, which does bubble tea and banh mi. Bubble tea and banh mi. Two of my favorite things. I'm not a super banh mi fan, but it's it's a good fast meal option. Okay, is this working? Is this working? I think it could be working. Like, do I want to put windows on all of these things to make them look like... I feel like that's just going to really distract. I don't want to get too into the minutia, because I mean it's only going to be so big on the calendar or the t-shirt, which is what I'm making this for. Maybe part of the D should be falling off too. Is that? Does that add? I'm not sure if that adds or not. Oops. We could do that. We could totally do that. It's gonna fall right in his eye. Oh no, Cthulhu, watch out! Your precious eye. It'll just grow back. Nobody cares. So I went to this place, the Hanoi Corner, which I've been to, which I went to for the first time this week, and I was so excited because the previous place on the block had bubble tea. It was called Near and Dear. They served Korean food, but they only had like 5 food items on their menu. I'm not terribly surprised that they closed down and went into business. But I was sad because it was the only place in Commercial Drive that had bubble tea. And then they closed and they were gone, and then I thought, oh, shit. No more bubble tea for me? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Turns out the new place, Hanoi Corner, also has bubble tea. And more options. More options of bubble tea. And more flavors, more options. I've only had a couple. I don't know if they're better. They're different. Let's zoom out and take a look at how this is looking here. I feel like we're listening to some, this is some Thundercats music we're listening to here. Let's separate this. I want it to read as an S, but I also want it to read as an S that's falling apart. Thickets. Might have to finesse that a little bit later, but let's do the rest. Let's do the rest of our logo. What happened? Wahapa. So I went there tonight thinking, oh man, I know what I'm gonna have for dinner tonight. I'm gonna have some bubble tea and some banh mi. And I went there and there was this family, this mom with her 2 kids, and they were being whiny. Oh yes, they were. And I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna, because I took my D&D. I'm running a D&D game on Sunday, so I brought. I'll go sit down. Last couple times I went there, it was very quiet. Just sit down, enjoy my bubble tea, my banh mi while I work on my D&D stuff. Can't do that when there's kids going, but mom, I want this thing. So I ordered my bubble tea to go, and I was like, what else do I? So what do I do now? What do I do for my dinner meal? And I just had a crisis. I just decided to come home and not make a decision. Couldn't decide. Couldn't do it. Could not do it. Sometimes I just get those moments. I just can't make a decision, so I just give up. And I don't know if that's good. And also was like, just started pissing down rain. I can hear it right now above my head. We're on the top floor in the apartment building, and it is coming down. And so it was generally miserable time outside today. Dun 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 dun. The darkest of the hillside thickets. Do you remember the darkest of the hillside thickets? Not sure about that E. It's looking a little like techno video game pixelated, as opposed to like we can fix that. We'll fix that. Da 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 da. There. Something like that. I don't know. The darkest of the hillside thickets. Where's the T gonna be? The T's gonna be over here. Let's do that T. Let's make it a really fat T. Bottom heavy. this will be crushing into that. Crushing it. That's a weird F. Not in love with that F. Let me start again on that F. Just completely start from scratch. Is that a better F? That's kind of an F. It's an interesting looking F. It's not your typical F, that's for sure. More pieces falling off. You can never have too many. Well, you can't have too many. Okay. Let's put that. Let's start from the S here. Something like that. Oh yeah. Some Spider-Man swinging around the city music. Let's put a little. What do you call that? No, I don't know. No. Here? Is that better? It's not really better. Let's put some struts. Yeah. Let's put some rebar in between some of these things. Is that gonna work? I don't know. Give it the suggestion that it's that it's material. I'll have to look at before I finish. I'm gonna look at some reference. But for right now, we'll keep on trucking. Let's put this as at an angle. And we'll put this as an angle. Everything's falling into the K. Hey, Marvin Medley is here. Welcome. Glad you could join. It's been a while. How are you settling into your new digs, as they say? I don't know, little things sticking out. Alright, so this E is falling into here. And the R is also falling in. Dar. Does that look like something? It's just something like that. Debris. Debris. Yes. Good old Debris. Let's put the A kind of hanging in between these two. Wedged, if you will. In fact, let's do this here. Is that too easy? Is that too simple? Okay, we're going to save our work. We're going to select all the orange. We're going to select all the yellow. And now we're going to look to see what we got. Does that look like a suitable... It could be a logo? Does it? Does it? How are we feeling about that S in the right? Loving it here. Actually having seasons and a little snow instead of just hot or unbearably hot. That is nice. That is nice. So the T is falling off. Maybe I should have just the T and the S falling off together. I don't know. The T is connected to the S, and then the S is really deteriorating. The darkest of the hillside thickets. Something like that? Even lower? Do I care that you won't be able to read it? Not sure. Maybe I should put some... Maybe here's what I'll do. Some of that rebar to help make the visual connection. Right? This is the idea. There's a bunch of letters that are all stacked together. They're all like bunched together so that they're holding themselves up. And as Cthulhu holds up a couple of them, and then some of them are falling apart. Some Star Trek music. So let's do that reference that I was gonna Jeff! Oh my God, Jeff! Welcome, Jeff Fulsham. Unbelievable. It's truly a party now. Okay, so here's what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for building. I don't know, what do I Google for this? Building, structure, falling apart, material, facade. I don't know. Let's see what comes up. I spelled facade, Versace, facade. Let's try that. Let's look at some images. I just want to see. Yeah, here we go. Oh man, I don't know if this is helpful. There's one. No. Maybe I should just look up building demolition. Maybe I'll do that. Because like I'll show you what I'm finding. This is not a bad. I feel like most of that is textural. Yeah, maybe that'll help. I'll keep that around. Building demolition. Building demolition. Yeah, that might be. Yeah. Here we go. All right, let me copy this image and paste it right in here. Let me just do that. And I'm just going to look. We're just going to take a look. See what we see. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, a lot of cables hanging down. Look over here. Okay, I'm getting a feel for it. In fact, we can just draw right over it. Why not? Who cares? Nobody cares. Just like draw. Get the muscle memory happening here. Like it's all particles. And then there's these bricks. And then what do you call it? Well, that's shadow. I'm drawing the shadows. This, what do you call it? Formica? No. What do you call the stuff you put over top of a wall? Gyprock, right? Right. And then you got these things here, and then here's the rebar hanging off, and like jutting beams, and oh yes, and the tubes, the tubes, the pipes. Okay, and then this is all just brick, just destroyed brick. Okay, so this is helpful. I think this is helpful. I feel like it's helpful. Just get a bit of the. Okay, cool. So this red layer is our new rough. But we know that we have to erase some stuff on our Cthulhu here. So we can do that now. Dun, dun, dun. And we'll come back to that. And that hand's fine because everything's going to be behind it. All right, cool. All right. So this is going to be our new BBBBB. This is our... Okay. Let's see what. Anyone have any comments? But drywall. Yes, drywall. Exactly. Killswitch. I like it all. Loving lifting up the name. I heard Star Trek. Anyone else here? A diehard McCoy fan? I do enjoy the McCoy. You know, I have a coworker, a Japanese coworker. She's really into Transformers and Star Trek, and her favorite character is McCoy. So I think what we need to do here is put some of that. I feel like this brush is not the correct brush, even though it's probably the same brush. Yeah, it's probably the same brush that I used for that drawing itself. I feel like I want to... Would that be... Is it wrong to want a different brush for the logo? Is it wrong? Am I wrong, dude? No, you're not wrong. Walter, you're just an asshole. Let's try Rusty Nib. Maybe. I feel like that will give it a little bit more character. And then we can have... Oh, wow, look at that tube. Look at that tube, everybody. Everybody check out the tube. Check out this guy. Check out the tube on this guy. Zoop. Yeah, I think... I don't know. Let's zoom out and see. Does it distract because it's a totally different... I mean, here's the other thing I want to do with this. I want to make it color. So that's going to be a whole thing. But it's not going to be a tonight thing, I don't think. Yeah, so can't say but I do love the music. Stucco, asbestos, drywall. No use. I use different brushes all the time. Okay, thank you, Jeff, for validating my choice. Ba-da-da, ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-da, ba-ba-ba-ba. And then we can just have things sticking out here. And this is the drywall. This is the drywall on the outside, right, guys? Right? Are you with me? Let's have a piece with a... We don't really know what that is, and we don't care. Yeah, where's our light source? We gotta make sure that's correct. I think it's straight above them, right? Oh, here's the other fun thing. Here's a little Easter egg here. You look down. You look way down here. What is that? What car is that? Yes, it's the car from the album cover of The Darkest of the Hillside. I think it's Dukes of Alhazred. Easter egg. Spins a web, does the thing. He is great. How are you? Oh yeah. There goes the biter man. We can have some things connecting the two letters together. Let's make is this Cthulhu? Oh, look! What a smart guy I am. I wrote on the layer what the pen was. Hard round 70. So it actually is one of those first two brushes. So now we know. Now I know what brush that I was correct. Does a thing here for you, buddy. Oh, I'm drawing on the wrong layer. I'm drawing on the wrong layer. Just don't wanna get confused here. Let's save our work. Oh my god, I'm feeling a bit worn out. I can't say I had a long day. Okay, so we're gonna rename this logo. Text. We're gonna rename it text so I don't get confused. Yeah. Should we do that looks a little weird. We don't want to be too we don't want the cracks to interfere with the legibility, the legibility of the text. But getting to the color phase, I think, will help that as well. Okay. Oh, my phone's making a noise. Whoa! Reminding me to finish eating for the day. Killswitch asks, if I were to watch Stargate Atlantis, how much are you in it? I'm in one episode where I die. I die in the episode that I'm in. Sad but true. It's called Midway. It's the episode that I live and die in. I auditioned for that, and the director really loved my audition. And then during the actual filming, he's like, do it like you did in the audition. I'm like, I can't remember. I tried. I couldn't remember exactly. He kept having me do take after take, and I don't know. And then one of the crew members says, I've never seen that before. He must really have loved what you've done. And I'm like, well, I feel like I didn't get it right was the problem. Anyway, that's all in the past. I get my 15. Oh, that reminds me. I need to contact the union and say I want my royalties this year. They usually come through my agent. My agent passed away this year from the big C, so that's very sad. But I need to contact the union and say I need to get that money direct. That $15 per year, whatever it is. Underpants are on the loose. Every time the song comes up, I always make the underpants joke. Underpants are loose. Underpants are loose. Put some extra line work on the bottom to really sell the heaviness of these things. Underpants. I feel like I did this exact same thing with the Ruination logo. The darkest of the hillside thickets. Okay, it's coming along. Let me look at my reference again. Rough. Things hanging down. Yeah, we can. Okay, good. Ding 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 ding. This is I believe this is Johnny Quest music by our good friend Hoyt Curtin. Hoyt representing. Bum 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 ba da ba da ba dum bum bum bum. Yeah, I'm not super happy with this whole area. I'm not super happy with, but maybe we'll come back to it. Bum 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 ba-dum bum ba-dum. Thickets. Maybe this one will have some things. Bum, 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 bum. Jeff Fulsham, I learned streaming from you. I want you to know that. I thank you. I thank you for it. For introducing me into the world of... I mean, I knew it existed. But I was like, how do you do it? How do you make it work? And, yeah, you helped me out. You know how bands will have songs with the same name as other bands, but they aren't covers? Like just two songs with the same title? I want to start a band called The Rip-Offs. Oh, yeah. And name our songs after huge hits. Yes, that's a brilliant idea. Yeah. I like it because I think you can. I think this is also Mazinga. Mazinga Z. Okay, look at that. Look at this big old D. Let's get some bricks on that. Ba, ba. Ding 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 ding. What will the songs be like? What's the most famous? What are the three? All right, somebody Google while I'm drawing the top 3 most famous songs in the world. Or maybe you've already done this research, Jeff. Rebar. Rebar and pipes, that's where it's at. Zoom out. Let's zoom out. How is it reading so far? Is it reading like a physical thing that would exist in the world? Or is it just reading like design, which is what I don't want? Maybe there's not enough volume to the... Let's give some more volume over here. Like that. Maybe that'll help. Just fill that in. What else can I fill in? Anything else? Because that's okay for now. Oh, here's some. Mm-hmm. It's wrecked. It's wrecking itself. The Stiff Richards have a song called Layla, and it's not Clapton's song. I don't know Clapton's Layla, for that matter. AI Overview says, White Christmas, Candle in the Wind, and it's a small yeah, make some songs that are not even remotely like the originals. That would be fun. That would be fun. No fooling. Sounds like a good time. All right. This is our... We all live in a capital I. All right. Let's get this. So now, okay. So I've got... I don't want all of the letters turning a bit to the right, so you can see the flank. What do you call that? The side of the letters only on the left side. We don't want that. Like so over here. Maybe I should just mix it up a bunch, but that might also be visually confusing. Like over here, we would put the side of the, because it's, you know, it's 3 dimensions. Over on that side. Like, is that what we want to do? Just hanging on by. I think that's kind of cool. But like over here, like, do I want to show some, like this one? Because they don't all have to be turned the same way. I guess I could. That doesn't seem like too awkward. It might help to get more borders around these things. Let's say yes. Let's say we do that for some. Like this E right here. In which case I'll get rid of that. Right? Am I right to think that is working? Okay. Like, do we want to have, like I could really make it. I could really have it look like these are falling apart. Yeah, maybe I do that. Yeah, we can show the tops of these guys. Really give it, really. Yes, yes. Oh, hello. No, thank you. Not today, sir. I gave it the office. Right? I think that's good. I think it's good. Yes, I think that helps. I might have to revise some of these other ones over here because, you know, sometimes you come to a good idea halfway through a drawing and then you have to go back and fix what you did. Think about what you did. Like I could even have this T. I'm just going to draw on another layer for a quick second. Sure, that's a fine color. Like this T falling off like this, so you can see the underside of the T. Possibly. I'm thinking about that. Let's make that red. Or darker color, so you can actually see it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to think about that. I'm going to come back to that one. We'll keep moving on, and then if I want to revise, I can revise. Like, I feel like this A, oh yeah, this A up here should be. I haven't been keeping track of my brush size. I'm 30 right now, so hopefully that's going to be okay. Maybe a window or door here or there. That's an idea. That's an idea. Hey, D-Ron, Cthulhu Inc. is here. Welcome. Cthulhu Inc. Jeff says, what about choosing the shadow size based around how they overlap? Like if the O overlaps the F in O, where the O overlaps, like an of? Of? We're talking about of here? If the O overlaps the F in of, you do the shadow on the right hand side and it would seem like the F is pushing the O forward. Oh, you mean so like this. Like that? It's looking like a Flintstones. but that's not a bad idea. And then you could have, yeah, and then I could have like this here. Like that? Is that what you mean? Is that what you're getting at? I really don't like this F. Maybe a little bit downward as well. Let me redraw this entire thing. Because we're going to have it falling, falling, falling. I'm flying away. When that album came out, what's the name of that album? Independent Worm Saloon by the Butthole Surfers. When that album came out, I listened to it so many goddamn times. Remember, we took a road trip. We were driving. So it wasn't a road trip, but we were driving somewhere with my buddies, and we just had that on repeat. Man, it's a good album. Is that what you meant? Anyway, let me check the chat. It appears Torn is speaking into a giant Oreo cookie. Oh, I wish I had a giant Oreo cookie there right now. Because the letters around it. But I like what you're doing better. Oh, okay. Let's move this down a little bit. Looks like floors. I gotta eat something pretty soon. As per my God, no. Here we go. doing this. This is what we're doing. Let's not make the top of this one, or the bottom of this one, fat. Let's make the top. Let's make it top heavy, so it looks like it's really right. I feel like my clean layer looks a lot like a rough layer, but that's fine. That's fine. We're gonna go with it. All right, darkest. The A is also coming out. Yes. Oh my God. So A is gonna be like that, and then the R is like really getting smooshed. More tubes coming out of the top. This can just be black. It's fine. And then yeah, see, yeah. Have I already shared my impersonation of Edward G. Robinson as a baby? Wah, see, wah. There it is. You got it. Now you got it. That was it. Okay. Okay, and then the darkest of the hillside thickets. Okay, so let's put this. Here's some Flintstones music for you. I think it's coming together. I feel like that A could even be more flopped forward. But let's keep it the way it is for now. Test our legibility later. What were you? Oh my God. 92 question mark? Is that the album with MMM on it? Chewin' Chocolate. Yeah. Chewin' Chocolate. I think that's the only song of theirs I could name, but I know I have heard of other Butthole Surfer songs. Mexican Caravan. Yes. Great. Good suggestion, Killswitch. Yeah. I don't know what my favorite Butthole Surfer song is, but Dust Devil is the one I was... Dust Devil? Was that the one I was humming earlier? More Johnny Quest. I feel like this one will be that way. Like I really want these two to be like cracking on each other. They're really speaking of buttholes, looks like a little butthole there. That's fine. Okay, maybe we do the same thing with the S. We keep so the S will be. Let me pencil this out. So the S would be like really starting that. And let's even move it down further. No, it's on the wrong layer. Oh God. Why you do that to me? I don't have your money. It's the Bill's house. Ted's house. All right. The darkest. Is that gonna? I think that's gonna be fine. Let's not get too crazy. We still want it to be... We want people to say, what's on your shirt? But we also want people to be able to read what's on your shirt. And I feel like there are some problem areas in this logo for that. Like the Thickets is really super crunched together. But we can fix it. I believe in us. Hillside. Yes, okay. Those two L's smooshed together are also a problem point. But that's fine. Da-da-da. Oh, I'm on the wrong color. Okay, let's make this S. Not too tricky. I don't know about that. Now that I'm doing it in 3 dimensions. Battle of the Planets music. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, I guess so. I'm gonna turn my caps lock off so I can see where my... Ba, 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 ba. Let's get rid of that now. That doesn't work because that's not correct. That's wrong. It's wrong, you dumb bunny. Try it again. Those endearing young charms. That's the name of the song. That Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck were trying to. Yeah, it appeared in 2 different Looney Tunes episodes. With the song that explodes when you. God, I'm having trouble with this S. It rigged one of the keys on the piano to explode when you hit a certain note. Oh God, I'm not in love with what's happening here. Don't be that way. Don't be that way. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Oh Lordy. Let's keep it for now. And we'll come back to it a little bit later. Like I say, there's gonna be some color added to this in the end stages, and we'll see if that will help, or if I need to redraw. And let's do this T. Hey, let's do this T. I feel like the T, should the T be touching the O? Maybe just with the rebar in there. That's fine. And then this can be, I can see underneath the T. Cracks. Cracks. All right, we missed the E. What do we want to do with the E? I guess let's put the E facing away from us. These are bricks, by the way, layers of bricks. So let's maybe that a little jaggedy. So make it not too illegible. The shadows on the Cthulhu are pretty harsh, so we can have some harsh shadows on this thing. I feel like this would be, I don't know about that. This is Dungeons and Dragons cartoon music. Yeah, I feel like I will do something over in the left-hand side. Come back to that to make it a little more dynamic. Maybe we'll put. You can see underneath it. What is this? What is this thing in the middle here? Oh, it's the eye. It's the top of the eye. God, I can't read my own writing, especially when it's. Okay, let's make that eye just a little bit more of a eye-looking thing, right? There's the rebar in relief. I think I'm gonna quit. Pretty quick. But thank you all for joining me this ride. There's still a lot more work to do. I want to get this done pretty quick because I want to make the calendars and I want to make the shirt and I want to make them available in time that people can order them and have them shipped for the Christmas holidays. So that's the plan. So I don't want to delay too much, but I gotta eat some before I pass out. Oh God, help me. Let's get that tea. I can quickly do that tea. And then darkest of the hillside thickets. I think let's block this out here. Thickets. I feel like this one could definitely be underneath. Underneath one. Let's make that a little. Something like that. Yeah, thanks for joining me. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. I feel like everyone who's here has done me the honor of liking and subscribing. But if you haven't, please do. If you're watching this later, after I've finished live streaming, please do. Come and see me again soon. I will be streaming this Sunday at 10 a.m. specific time. And I will be drawing my 20-minute monster from the Dungeon Master's Guide. No, not the Dungeon Master's Guide. What the hell am I saying? What the hell am I saying here? From the Monster Manual 2. That's what I was trying to. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's put some chunks there just for fun. Oh look, I'm actually making progress. Except this K is gonna give me a hard time, aren't you? Aren't you, K? All right, I think we can make it work. I think this one should be more of a. Let's do this before I quit. We'll quickly do this. This E also falling in a forward-ish kind of a thing, right? Is that how I want it to happen? Thickets? No, that's too much. It's too much. Undo, 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 undo. Yeah, so join me Sunday. I'm gonna come back to this. I can't take it anymore. Had enough. I always leave your audience wanting more. And the E is what I'm gonna come back and finish another day. So we're gonna save this. Let's adjust the opacity so you can see everything in its glory. I'll take off my rough layer so we can see. We definitely need to add some more blacks around the edges and bottoms to really make this pop. But also there might be, I don't know what the background's going to be. And probably just going to be a texture. A color and a texture. And I hope you enjoyed this live stream. See you on Sunday, hopefully. Well, we'll draw something starting with the leather D. And goodbye, and I will see you next time on the internet. Come on, mouse. Oh, you're on the wrong screen.